I understand 8-2. I understand how bad things are right now for your boy. I understand all these things. But do we truly appreciate what this guy did in 2012? Let's just put all the rivalry aside, all the debates aside, and let's just try, just for this few minutes, just try and just be football fans. Let's just try and just be football fans. Do we truly appreciate how a man scored 91 goals in 69 games? Let's talk about it.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
You see, I have my issues with Messi. You need to win the World Cup. Messed up in 2014. Why can't you win a Cup American? So yeah, I have all those issues there. But I want to just focus on this 2012. Because I think sometimes we can get lost in the source. Because, again, I think maybe it's because of how I grew up, my older brothers, or maybe my father and so forth. I am always very critical. And I'm not quick to give people sort of praise. You know, I don't have a personality that, everyone, can sort of like, because I can be annoying and I can be a bit ingrate, and people say a bit so overtly critical, and that's just my personality, and that's just how I just grew up. It's just how I am. But I think sometimes there needs to be a time where you need to just pause and appreciate. Because again, just scrolling through, because again, you always hear about the whole thing and everything, but I just think that what crystallized this was obviously the goal put up there Twitter, on this day, 91 goals, not about 91 goals. 91 goals in 69 games. In a year. And the thing about this is that I remember, because we did a whole video about it, it's like, it's one thing if you score 91 goals and most of them are penalties, or they are tap-ins, or they're from a short range, or they're scruffy goals. I think there was a period during this year where Homeboy was pretty much chipping guys. He was pretty much just chipping guys. Chip, 1-1 chip. Some of the goals that this guy was scoring was stupid. So these were qualities, and I think this might have been the year in which he scored 5 goals in a Champions League game, I think against Leverkusen. I think, maybe this year, I'm not sure. But it's the quality of goals that he was scoring and the way he was scoring the goals that you have to just say to yourself that is because I think it was Sports Bible or someone said, this is a feat that no other footballer will achieve. And you may be right. Because for me, again, I have my qualms about them. Cristiano and Messi, maybe even Pele, but for the guys that I've seen, because Pele, it's questionable where those goals came from and where he is, but I think the best goal scorers I think the game have seen is Cristiano and Messi, the best goal scorers that we've seen. But specifically for Messi this year, I just think that what we had was something special. And what he did in that 12-month period, I don't think anybody will be able to do that again. Hence, we've got to appreciate it. We have to appreciate it and just appreciate what this guy was doing and his skill level. Because see, the beauty about football and the reason why we love football so much is that the game it's a very difficult game. It's a very difficult game. I mean, again, I don't want to crap on other games, other sports, and so forth. But the reason that makes football special is that it's hard. So the reason why people celebrate so much when they win a score a goal is because it is so hard to score a goal. Scoring a goal is a very difficult thing to do because so many things are stacked against you because it's a wide pitch. You have to. It's very hard to even get past one player, let alone. So it's hard to even get past the defender, get past the goalkeeper, have the right movement. There are so many variables in your way of putting the ball inside that fishness. It's hard. So to score a goal is like, yeah. But to score the kinds of goals that this guy scored, most of these goals this guy made himself. Most of those goals, he's dribbling past 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. So it was insane what the heck he was doing, which leads me to the Chelsea game. Because Barcelona have lost before and everything, like in the Champions League. And then I always say to myself that, why was Messi crying? Like, why did our loss to Chelsea hurt more than previous losses or even losses afterwards? That's because Messi knew that this was my year. It's almost similar to, and again, Chelsea with the scourge again, the invincible season. That was Arsenal's season to win the Champions League. Because remember, that was the season of where most of the big dogs went out and FC Porto and Monaco went to the final. That was the season that Arsenal was supposed to win the Champions League because they were arguably, probably, taking everything into account, the best team in Europe. But they didn't do it. So I think for Messi, he was like, no, this... Because obviously, see, for me, I don't feel that this is his best season performance-wise. His best season performance-wise was 2018, 2019, where they lost to Liverpool 4-0. That, I think, is Messi's best season overall. But for Messi, he was like, what I have achieved, goal-scoring-wise, maybe never replicated ever again, because I've just hit a sweet spot that I don't think I will ever hit again in terms of goal scoring. So in his mind, he was like, no, this is it. And he said to yourselves that, because I just think Chelsea they were covered by the power of the footballing elders. But I think Barcelona knew that if we get to that final, we'll beat Bayern. Because I think Bayern Munich maxed out next year. Barcelona gets that final, they beat Bayern Munich. They beat them. They do. It happens. I think they beat them in that final. So that's why it pains so much, because it was like, no, this was it for me. But I just think that, guys, I just think we have to because I think that, once it's in the moment, people are like, oh, this is crap, and blah, 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 and so forth. And it's almost similar to the whole Maradona thing where, just to borrow what, Noriega says when he does Drink Champs, it's important to give people their flowers constantly. Because, okay, you can shout them with the praise, but it's important to specifically give them their flowers. Say, you did that. And I just think that despite them not winning the Champions League and so forth, I don't think anybody's ever going to... I don't think anybody is ever going to score 91 goals in a year. I don't think anybody's ever going to do that. That is a stupid amount of goals. It is a stupid amount of goals to score. Even if you take away the international goals, that's what, 70-something goals? I think it was, 79 goals. I think, it was 79. I think it was just 12 in international. It was 79 goals. That's stupid. That is stupid. So... And I think that is why, I started by saying I would put the rivalries aside. Because for me, this channel is a football channel. I love football. Football is my passion. It's one of the things that brings me joy. And I have to tip my hat off to greatness. And tip my hat off to guys that really raise the bar and do things that are great and so forth. I'll get back on my whole Messi, I need a World Cup, Messi, I need a Cup. I'll get back to that, but just for now, for this day, I think that what I hope, I know this will happen because they're going to be guys in it, but just hope, because we'll get back to that, but just for this video, in these comments, I just want people just to put it into perspective and just say, how great of a feat is this? And what does this feat mean? Because to not give this feat credit because you're a Real Madrid fan, because you're a Cristiano fan, or you're or whatever, I think it's unfortunate. Because I would hope that we are all football fans before everything else. I would hope that, because football is such a great sport, and I think in this tough year of 2020, it is always good to have something that just brings us together, which is the beauty of football. I just think that for what Messi did in that year, scoring those amounts of goals, the quality of the goals, the way he scored them, the things he did to score them. You know, you've got to just, because I told you, like, when I was just seeing that stuff, I was like, Arnan is my guy. Arnan will always be my guy. And Maradona will always be the overall GOAT. But even when I was seeing that, it was like, this dude is just, this doesn't make sense. Like, this doesn't make sense because it's not just scoring goals. I told you, because for me, you know how it's that it's not whether you do something, it's how you do it. Whether you do it is great. But if you just add that sauce, that, yeah, I scored 91 goals, but look at how I scored them. So, wow, 91 goals is amazing. That's just amazing. But the fact that most of those goals are like free kicks, individual goals, you dribble past 4 or 5 guys, you chip a keeper from like a crazy angle. It's like, oh, damn. You know, so I just think that, you know, we have to just pause and be like, skill-wise, just in terms of just football, balance, ball control, dribbling, football IQ, technique, finishing, so all these things that make like a footballer, specifically in the offensive sense, you've got to just tip your hat off to what this dude did in that year, man. You have to do it. You have to do so. Guys, remember, like the vid, remember to subscribe, and watch out for that content crap, man. Peace out. Messi, I need that World Cup. I need that Copa America. But for this day, commemorating for 2012, you did that. Like the vid, subscribe. Bye.